Good morning, guys. So today's Monday, the 21st, I believe. We're gonna go ahead and go to Tommy's shop, work on the truck a little bit, and then from there we're gonna head over to Nifty Wheels in the city of Corona, and we're gonna be picking up some Workmeisters. So let's head over to McDonald's right now, pick up some breakfast, and go to Tommy's. See you guys there. Alright guys, so we made it. We ordered from McDonald's here on Artesia and Atlantic. So here we have the box full of our bolts, our brackets for the chassis, and also I ended up making Tommy some decals. So those that don't know, I basically design logos and whatnot, what people need for their die cut decals, and I went ahead and made some for Tommy. And also all the stickers that I have on my truck, like the livery that I have on the side that says Scrapelux, or the ones on the back window or the front window, even the windshield banner that says D&D, I made all of those in my house. For those that are looking or are interested in making decals for yourself or as a small business, US Cutter offers basically starter kits under 300 bucks. I paid maybe like $230 for mine for like a Christmas special, but you guys could make a side business off of it. It's not that hard. You could literally learn off of YouTube for give or take 30 minutes and boom, you're a pro. So highly recommend those that are eager to learn, eager to make money. That's a good starting business. It won't, I mean, I'm not saying you can't grow a huge business out of it, but I mean, if that's what you want to do, by all means go for it. But hey, it's been working out for me, making my own decals, not reaching out to anybody, not waiting on anybody. And if I have an idea, boom, I do it right there and then. So highly recommend it. The company's called US Cutter. The one that I have, it's MH721. It's a 24-inch plotter. So it's really good. Highly suggest it. So yeah, I'm about to pay, so I'll let you guys be.
Later.
Alright guys, so I'm a little sweaty and tired, but I got some work done today. I'm gonna finish it off here only because I gotta go drive to Ricky from Nifty. But here's the back one. It's 245 degrees, so that's gonna get braced on there. And then this is the front. I did two 55-degree angles. I still gotta cut off the ends, taper them, but basically that's how it's gonna look like. I can't really hold it, but because it's still circular on the ends. But yeah, that's how it's gonna look like. And then we're gonna do a cantilever setup with the suspension. The coilover is gonna be front to rear or rear to front. We don't know it yet exactly, but we're gonna hold off here. We're gonna head over to Nifty Built Wheels. So first I gotta throw in some axles for Tommy into the Lexus, and we'll be on our way. There he is in the window. Before we leave, I want to show you guys these sick ass LS400s. So those of you that have been here have known that this place is known for LS400s and my stock one. super clean. But I don't think I could do that to mine. I still need a family car. Alright guys, so we didn't end up going to Nifty Wheels. We ended up staying here and doing the cage on the subframe. I'm gonna show you guys real quick before I head back to the truck. So everything is tacked in, and it's gonna stay tacked in until we start throwing it under the chassis and then figuring out what else we're gonna do. So right now what I'm gonna end up doing is removing the four-link. I already started, I forgot to grab the camera, but I'm removing the four-link. I removed the brake lines. I'm gonna remove the coilovers and then basically lift everything up, roll the diff out, and once the diff is rolled out, then we're gonna roll in the S13 subframe in, and then see where it lines up, and then continue from there. Guys, it's the next day and we're gonna be heading over to J&S Gear Co. in Huntington Beach. We're gonna be dropping off these axles in the back that I have. They're from, I'm not sure if they're Tommy's or they're a customer of his, but I'm gonna go ahead and do him that favor. He is helping me out with the knowledge and the tools to be able to do the IRS. So let's start heading over there now. But first, we need breakfast, so let's go. Alright guys, so I'm here at Tommy's shop, and once again I forgot to turn on the camera, but we ended up sliding out the old diff, and we ended up sliding in the subframe. So yeah, it is maybe a foot longer, 6 inches on both sides, but I mean it still sits pretty good. So this is just mock-up to see where the subframe is going to sit, and even with the beam swap dry shaft, it still sits pretty much in the same place. So I'm going to show you guys. So it does stick out wider. That is all the negative camber, but the subframe is sitting on the floor. So there's a dry shaft connected to the 240 diff, the RS200 with J30 axles. So what we're gonna end up doing is cutting it from here and taking out the back end, and then the whole back end of the chassis is gonna be brand new, and then we're gonna be making new mounts. We're also gonna be making a dry shaft loop, how Tommy said. But we're also gonna be utilizing this cage as more cross members for the chassis for the new one. So that's gonna get welded to the chassis, that to the chassis, this is gonna get welded to the chassis, and then right behind the subframe we're gonna put the fuel cell and battery, most likely in the same location or in the center. Not sure what exactly yet, but that's the update that we have so far. I'm gonna wait for Tommy to clear up his schedule a little bit so we could continue, but that's how it sits like at the very bottom of the truck. That is a lot of negative camber though. Alright guys, so right now we're gonna end up doing the dry shot loop. have the tube on the bender. It's not that much. We're gonna do a 180-degree bend, and then I'm gonna show you guys how I'm doing it right now.
Okay, hold it right there. 36 and a half. So, one foot.
Montage.
Alright guys, so that's the end of day 3, or not day 3, but episode 3. I hope you guys enjoyed that little montage of what's going around the shop, and as well as what I've done to the truck so far. So let me update you guys a little bit. So the next time I come, I gotta bring my jack stands. We gotta jack up the front of the truck, and then the back end, I'm gonna bring my saw. We're gonna cut these 4-link bars off. And then I ended up doing this. This is a 180-degree bend, and 12-inch by 3/8 long tubing, and then with the notch in the middle for the tubing itself. I ended up measuring 1 1/4, so that's the center of it, as well as that. Then I grabbed the level, made sure these two are straight, and that's just tacked in. Next time I come, Tommy's gonna fully weld that, and then we're gonna most likely brace the chassis. So the reason we're gonna brace the chassis is so that nothing gets tweaked, nothing gets moved, whatever, right? But once we end up doing the cross members, we're actually gonna cut the chassis off, how I mentioned before. IRS is in. It's looking pretty damn good. I'm loving it. The only thing is that we had to uninstall the tow arms and the camber arm. They were hitting the chassis, but we won't have that issue later on. So it's super cambered out, but again, all that's gonna get fixed once the arms are back on, and also once the subframe is pushed up a little bit. So these top tubes, we're gonna put them to the height of the bed, so everything could be tucked underneath. And then later on, I gotta order the heim joints that are gonna go in there where the original coilover goes. That's gonna be a M22 by 1.5. But yeah, we're gonna do that. And then still not sure how we're gonna run the coilover, if it's gonna be mounted from there and then facing forward, or we're gonna mount it there and then face it back. But the fuel cell is gonna be sitting right here snug with the chassis, the new one that we're gonna be making. But yeah, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed the progress so far. I hope you guys are learning, and if you guys have any questions, either comment down below or just send me a message on Instagram at Scrapelux. For those wondering how it's spelled, that's how it's spelled. Shopcat. A little lazy, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you guys next time.